Welcome to this audiobook presentation of Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard, a timeless guide to mastering the creative power within you, presented you by Ink Icho Podcast. In this sacred work, Neville reveals how consciousness, sleep, prayer, and feeling shape your reality. Let each chapter sink into your spirit as you journey toward manifestation, clarity, and peace. Chapter 1. Law and its Operation. The world and all within it is man's conditioned consciousness objectified. Consciousness is the cause as well as the substance of the entire world. So it is to consciousness that we must turn if we would discover the secret of creation. Knowledge of the law of consciousness and the method of operating this law will enable you to accomplish all you desire in life. Armed with a working knowledge of this law, you can build and maintain an ideal world. Consciousness is the one and only reality, not figuratively but actually. This reality may, for the sake of clarity, be likened unto a stream which is divided into two parts, the conscious and the subconscious. In order to intelligently operate the law of consciousness, it is necessary to understand the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious is personal and selective. The subconscious is impersonal and non-selective. The conscious is the realm of effect. The subconscious is the realm of cause. The conscious generates ideas and impresses these ideas on the subconscious. The subconscious receives ideas and gives form and expression to them. By this law, first conceiving an idea and then impressing the idea conceived on the subconscious, all things evolve out of consciousness, and without this sequence there is not anything made that is made. The subconscious does not originate ideas, but accepts as true those which the conscious mind feels to be true, and in a way known only to itself, it objectifies the accepted ideas. Therefore, through his power to imagine and feel and his freedom to choose the idea he will entertain, man has control over creation. Control of the subconscious is accomplished through control of your ideas and feelings. The mechanism of creation is hidden in the very depth of the subconscious, the female aspect or womb of creation. The subconscious transcends reason and is independent of induction. It contemplates a feeling as a fact existing within itself, and on this assumption proceeds to give expression to it. The creative process begins with an idea, and its cycle runs its course as a feeling and ends in a volition to act. Ideas are impressed on the subconscious through the medium of feeling. No idea can be impressed on the subconscious until it is felt, but once felt, be it good, bad, or indifferent, it must be expressed. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Therefore, the man who does not control his feeling may easily impress the subconscious with undesirable states. By control of feeling is not meant restraint or suppression of your feeling, but rather the disciplining of self to imagine and entertain only such feeling as contributes to your happiness. Control of your feeling is all important to a full and happy life. Never entertain an undesirable feeling, nor think sympathetically about wrong in any shape or form. Do not dwell on the imperfection of yourself or others. To do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. What you do not want done unto you, do not feel that it is done unto you or another. This is the whole law of a full and happy life. Everything else is commentary. Every feeling makes a subconscious impression, and unless it is counteracted by a more powerful feeling of an opposite nature, must be expressed. The dominant of two feelings is the one expressed. I am healthy is a stronger feeling than I will be healthy. To feel I will be is to confess I am not. I am is stronger than I am not. What you feel you are always dominates what you feel you would like to be. Therefore, to be realized, the wish must be felt as a state that is, rather than a state that is not. Sensation precedes manifestation, and is the foundation upon which all manifestation rests. Be careful of your moods and feelings, for there is an unbroken connection between your feelings and your visible world. Your body is an emotional filter and bears the unmistakable marks of your prevalent emotions. Emotional disturbances, especially suppressed emotions, are the causes of all disease. To feel intensely about a wrong without voicing or expressing that feeling is the beginning of disease, in both body and environment. Do not entertain the feeling of regret or failure, for frustration or detachment from your objective results in illness. Think feelingly only of the state you desire to realize, feeling the reality of the state sought, and living and acting on that conviction is the way of all seeming miracles. Chapter 2. Sleep. Sleep, the life that occupies 1/3 of our stay on Earth, is the natural door into the subconscious. So it is with sleep that we are now concerned. The conscious 2/3 of our life on Earth is measured by the degree of attention we give sleep. Our understanding of and delight in what sleep has to bestow will cause us to be ever more vigilant in entering it consciously. Sleep is the door to the subconscious, and so it is with what you take into sleep that determines your world. That which dominates your mind as you drop off to sleep, that is the seed you plant in the subconscious. As you sow, so shall you reap. To assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled as you drop off to sleep is to condition yourself to the future you desire. Sleep is not only the result of the subconscious impression, it is also the means through which it is impressed. The subconscious never sleeps. Sleep is the door through which the conscious mind shuts off, and the subconscious becomes open to suggestion. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance to assume the feeling which would be yours were you already in possession of your wish before you drop off to sleep. Your subjective mind receives the feeling you take to bed with you as a fact existing in the outer world and immediately sets about to produce its exact likeness. Begin now to feel yourself into the state you desire to possess. Whatever circumstances you would like to experience, feel its reality now and go to sleep in that feeling. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That heart is the subconscious. As you feel, so shall you be. The conditions and events of your life are your children formed from the molds of your subconscious impressions in sleep. They are made in the image and likeness of your inner feeling. Your inner speech and feelings define your outer world. You are what you feel you are. The creative process begins when you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You must feel yourself into the state you want to experience in order to manifest it. This is the key to conscious creation. This is how your world is made. Chapter 3. Prayer. Prayer, like sleep, is also an entrance into the subconscious. When you pray, you must enter into the spirit of the thing prayed for. If you pray for one thing and have the feeling of another, you neutralize your prayer. Prayer must be without effort. In attempting to fix an attitude of mind which is denied by the senses, effort is fatal. To yield successfully to the wish as an accomplished fact requires a definite lack of effort. In prayer, as in sleep, you must abandon yourself to the feeling of the wish fulfilled in a faith that it is already done. The difference between feeling yourself in action, here and now, and visualizing yourself in action as though you were on a motion picture screen is the difference between success and failure. The difference will be appreciated if you will now visualize yourself climbing a ladder. Then, with eyelids closed, imagine that a ladder is right in front of you and feel yourself actually climbing it. Desire, physical effort, and visualizing are not enough. You must enter into the feeling of the wish fulfilled until you are possessed by it and it crowds all other ideas out of your consciousness. The time to pray is not when you are in need of something. It is at the moment you imagine yourself already possessing it. Prayer is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Prayer is a conscious direction of thought with the deep feeling of already being what you want to be. Lose yourself in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Let the emotion of fulfillment dominate your state of being. This is true prayer. It makes no difference what it is you seek. Health, wealth, love, inspiration, all can be attained by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and going about your life in that assumption. Live in the end. Assume the state of the wish fulfilled, and then let it unfold naturally in your life. This is the secret of effective prayer. It is not what you want that you attract. You attract what you believe to be true. The answers to prayer depend on your faith in the invisible and your willingness to embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled. The subconscious is not concerned with the truth or falsity of your feeling. It always accepts as true that which you feel to be true. Prayer changes your future by changing the feeling of the present. Through prayer, you condition your inner world to reflect the outer world you desire. Chapter 4, Spirit, Feeling. Here lies the deepest truth of all. Feeling is not a step, it is the whole path. It is how you connect with God, with self, with Source. The creative power within us lies not in thought alone, but in feeling. I am is a feeling. God is known through feeling. Be still and know that I am God means to feel the stillness and become aware of the I am presence within. The subconscious accepts as true that which you feel as true. And feeling is the secret to successful prayer, to spiritual awakening, to manifestation. This is not a matter of sentiment or emotionality, but a deeper spiritual knowing, a calm, unwavering conviction, a spiritual sensation. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Therefore, it is not what you say or what you think, but what you feel that creates reality. The moment you feel something as real, you set a law into motion. That law must express itself. The world reflects back to you not your wishes, not your words, but your feelings. The deeper the feeling, the faster the manifestation. You must be willing to feel your wish fulfilled, to lose yourself in the assumption, to live from the end. That is the essence of spiritual power. You may call it faith, belief, imagination, but its true name is feeling. You are already that which you seek. To claim it, feel it, in stillness, in silence, in the sacred knowing of I am. All transformation begins here, in the feeling. This is the great secret. This is the law. This is the power that shapes your destiny. Now go within and feel the truth of who you really are. You have just listened to Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. May these teachings guide you into a deeper awareness of your creative power and into a life designed by your inner conviction. Remember, it is not what you want that manifests, but what you feel as true. If this brought value to you, subscribe to Ink Echo Podcast for more and share this journey with others seeking the same truth.